Hey everybody, welcome to the first full-length episode of the Savage Industrial Rail NHO scale. This is going to be a pretty big update because as you can see, I have track down and everything is wired up and ready to go, and right front and center here is the newest engine to the fleet. That is the ScaleTrains Lehigh Valley Heritage Unit. Alright, let's get it fired up and see how it sounds. So I want to give a big shout out to the Train Exchange. Met up with the owner at the Fort Wayne Model Train Show and Swap Meet. He is where I picked up these 3 hopper cars from: CSX, BNSF, and a family line system. That is coupled up with the 8104 right now. Those are the 4 newest additions to the layout. Again, huge shout out to the Train Exchange. He had a really great deal on those hopper cars. Quick look at the rest of the rolling stock. We have 2 Walthers Proto ADM tank cars, as well as a Walthers Proto corn products and an Intermountain Tate and Lyle corn syrup tank car. At the very back there, that is going to be where the corn syrup cars get unloaded at Tate and Lyle. Up front here, we have 2 of 3 hopper cars that have been weathered and labeled for the South Dakota soybean processors. 3rd one in the back as well. Unfortunately, have some broken knuckles on both ends of these cars, so they're not currently in use. They are on the repair track, so to speak. Immediately behind the GP7U, we have a weathered and unweathered, still new looking BNSF pair of hoppers. These are both Athearn ready to run. Honestly, I am pretty impressed with the level of detail for a ready-to-run model, especially with the reflective stripes on the bottom sill. Now, of course, the main engine for the layout, as many of you have seen in pictures on Facebook already, is the Athearn Genesis GP7U in the Savage road name and paint scheme. That is where the name of this layout comes from, after all. Go and turn the flash off there so you guys can, I think, get a better feel for how the colors truly look on here. Lighting is a little dim in the layout right now because, well, it is just the bedroom and we just have the one overhead light. Eventually plans are to build a valance and add some kind of lighting system. Now, most parts of the layout have some ties to my real life. Part of why I went with the Savage was not just the striking paint scheme on it and the desire to do industrial switching, but I actually worked for one of their companies at one point doing locomotive fueling for Norfolk Southern. That, of course, leads me back over into why I purchased the 8104. As you can see, I've had the fortune of working with this engine up close and personal a handful of times on the NS system. So, looking around, you can see that all of the track has been laid and glued down with copious amounts of liquid nails. Better safe than sorry. It'll get covered up with paint and ballast eventually anyways. The fascia has also been applied, control panel mounted, and all of the track and roadbed has been laid. Next up will be the reinstallation of these ties in areas where there are rail joiners in place. And I just want to point out the level of detail I went into on the industrial lead. As you can see, the ties do not look perfect, and that is on purpose. So this part of the track plan kind of confused a lot of people. They thought maybe this industry lead, this switching lead, was going to be another industry. I've decided to go and put this Walther's office and guard shack in here. Now, I'm probably not going to use the guard shack, but I am looking forward to using that office building as kind of a prototypical Norfolk Southern track inspector's office. It looks like a lot that I've worked with and worked in person, and I think it'll be a nice fit for this back area here. Lastly, I have some Walther's buffers. These are going to go on the industrial tracks and the yard tracks. And eventually we'll get them in place, but for now I think this is going to be the last layout update for 2023. So with that, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I know a lot of you have already subscribed. Look forward to getting to know all of you guys a little bit better as we keep building the channel and the layout here. As you can see, already in the process of editing this video, so hopefully it'll be up here soon for you. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a happy holidays and a happy new year.